does not possess the required capacity to be the governor of Lagos State. Reacting to this development, Igbokwe, in a Facebook post, criticized those advocating for Sheyi to be Lagos governor, as he described the cause as a distraction and an attempt to pull Tinubu down, adding that to govern a state like Lagos is not a job for boys. The Supreme Court has today nullified the National Lottery Act 2025 enacted by the National Assembly as a 7-member panel of the Supreme Court led by Justice Mohammed Idris in a unanimous judgment held that the National Lottery should no longer be enforced in all states except the Federal Capital Territory, in respect of which the National Assembly is empowered to make laws. In the lead judgment delivered by a judge, he held that the National Assembly lacked the powers to legislate on issues relating to lottery and games of chance. He stated that such powers only reside with the state houses of assembly, which possess exclusive jurisdiction over lottery and games of chance. The coordinator of the Abuja Metropolitan Management Council, Felix Obua, has clarified the demand for the payment of 300,000 naira for the relocation of artisans from the Apo Mechanic Village to Wasa in the Federal Capital Territory. Obua said the approved 300,000 naira sum was a non-refundable fee for land registration and the ongoing relocation exercise of traders on the road corridors in the area, adding that it was also to put off ghost names from making the application. The AMC coordinator gave the updates at the stakeholders meeting in order to update the traders on the enumeration exercise, proposed design and site plan, among other things. He, however, alleged that some dubious union leaders charged the artisans and mechanics up to 1 million naira for the relocation form, threatening to ensure that security agents arrest such persons falsely allocating land to unsuspecting traders who are not on the road corridor. Obua disclosed that so far 11,000 individuals have registered for the relocation exercise. The National Identity Management Commission says Nigerians will have to pay for the new multi-purpose national identity card due to limited government revenue. The head of card management services at NIMC, Dr. Peter Iwebu, said these at a 2-day roundtable organized for journalists in Lagos today, saying the payment was to ensure that it was produced for only those who needed it in order to avoid repeating the mistake of the past efforts to issue physical cards to Nigerians for free, which many did not collect. Iwebu said over 2 million cards were produced in a previous attempt to issue free national ID cards by the NIMC, but many of them had not been collected to date. The Arewa Consultative Forum has suspended its national chairman, Maman Mike Osuman, for making an unauthorized statement concerning the 2027 presidency. The embattled chairman during the Forum National Executive Council meeting said that the North would back a northern candidate for the presidency come 2027. However, in a statement by the Chairman Board of Trustees, Bashir Dalhatu, and Secretary General Murtala Aliyu, the forum said the statements were made by Osuma without consulting or discussing with other leaders and members of the ACF, and thus reflected his personal opinion only as they described the statement as unauthorized. Therefore, announced the suspension of Osuma as chairman with immediate effect. A chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, Chief Bode George, has advised the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar to stop any plan of contesting in 2027 presidential election. George, while addressing newsmen in Ikoyi, Lagos, stated that Atiku, who was the party's presidential candidate for the 2023 general election, has been contesting since 1993, urged the 2023 presidential candidate to end his 31-year-long bid to be president and assume the position of an elder for posterity's sake.
You will be 81 years old in 2027, and you have been contesting for the presidency since 1993. This is the time for you to come down and act like an elder. I appeal to you in the name of the Almighty Allah that you serve. Take it easy and leave everything for posterity.
In a viral video on social media, he further noted that Atiku will be 81 years old by 2027. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party has again postponed its National Executive Committee meeting that was originally slated for November 28, 2024. The announcement was made in a public notice signed by the party's National Publicity Secretary, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, in Abuja, explained that the decision was made to allow party leaders to attend the funeral of the late First Lady of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Mrs. Patience Umo Eno, scheduled to take place from November 27th to 29th, 2024. Record the meeting, which was originally scheduled for August, was first shifted to September and subsequently moved to October 2 before it was shifted in the third time to November 28. You are listening to News Express on Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ido-Ekiti. After the break, Adamimogo FC stormed to 4-0 victory over Festival team. Details of these and more in a moment. Please stay with us.
Is here with us again. Oh yes, Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ido-Ekiti is using this medium to inform and invite children, parents, heads of nursery, primary and secondary schools, churches and individuals wishing to sponsor children and be a part of our 2024 Father Christmas show beginning from 2nd to 24th December 2024. Come and let's revel in the season of love and giving. It promises to be fun-filled. Our Father Christmas will arrive from Rome and be seated at his grotto in our station to receive children, dance and play with them. There are lots of take-home goodies and gifts from Father Christmas, as well as toys and play gadgets to make children's visit interesting, long-lasting, and memorable. For further inquiries, please contact Desmond Olaoluwa on 0806 511 4430 or Bayo Babalola on 0803 562 5812. Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ido-Ekiti 2024 Father Christmas Show promises to be.
Glad to know you're still there. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook via Adamimogo 107.7 FM. For happenings around you or news inquiries, please contact our newsroom on this number 0811 801 8242. Now to the rest of the bulletin. Eligible students who registered for the Sam Oluwalo Scholarship have been directed to appear for the examination tomorrow, Saturday, 23rd November 2024. The examination will be written by eligible and registered students at 10 a.m. at the Light City Library and Erigino Hall, Ido-Ekiti. The organizers of the examination have urged the students to be punctual and prompt. Members of the Asian West Local Government Chapter of the All Progressives Congress APC are reportedly divided over the list of commissioner nominees in a protest letter dated November 21, 2024, addressed to the state governor, Monday Okwebolo, through the secretary to the state government, Barrister Musa Umar Ekilo. The petitioners opined that the list submitted to the governor do not reflect the 5 kingdoms that make up the local government. They listed the 5 kingdoms as Ekpoma, Edoa, Ogwa, Ujogba, and Egoro, alleged that the nomination was done by Mr. Thomas Okozun, the former Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly and one-time state chairman of the defunct Action Congress of Nigeria, and Mr. David Imuse, the former state chairman of APC. The petitioners also alleged that the nomination was done without consulting the leadership of the party in the local government, as done in other local government areas in the state. A River State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has issued an ex parte order restraining the All Progressives Congress and its national chairman, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, from conducting any elective congresses for the River State APC without including the claimants, applicants. The restriction applies to local government and state executive committees or any congresses whatsoever, pending the determination of the substantive suits. The presiding judge, Justice G.V. Obamanu, also issued an interim injunction specifically barring the defendants from proceeding with the scheduled congresses on November 23 and 30, 2024, or any other date. The injunction prevents any further steps towards the congresses or recognizing any winner purportedly elected at the World Congresses held on November 16, 2024, until the motion on notice is heard and determined. However, Justice Obamanu adjourned the case to December 3, 2024 for the hearing of the motion on notice. Darkness to persist in parts of the Niger Delta region as vandals disrupt ongoing repair of Ahoda Yenagua 132 kilovolt line, stealing tower components from Benin Egbin and Benin Omotosho 330 kV transmission lines. The spokeswoman of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, Ndidi Mba, disclosed these in a statement today, adding that the incident occurred on November 19, 2024, affecting towers 29 to 31 and stealing one-third of the conductor. In the past months, the country has witnessed several attacks on transmission facilities, impacting the national grid and electricity supply. This comes as a result of the national grid collapsed at least 12 times in the past months of 2024. On business news, National Bureau of Statistics says 65% of Nigerian families lack money for the healthy food. Let's join Joel Ogwe for these and more.
Good evening and welcome to Business Updates. A survey by the National Bureau of Statistics, NBC, has revealed that lack of money has left two-thirds of households in Nigeria grappling with the reality of not being able to provide healthy and nutritional meals. The NBC survey, titled Nigeria General Household Survey Panel, Wave 5 of 2023/2024, reflects an apparent reflection of the multidimensional poverty in the country and the impact of continuous reduction in the purchasing power of Nigerians due to rising prices of goods and services. In a significant twist, the survey also showed that households in the country experience 6.7 power blackouts every week. On food insecurity, the survey report stated that approximately 2 out of 3 households indicated being unable to eat healthy, nutritious, or preferred foods because of lack of money in the last 30 days. Still on business, the African Development Bank has onboarded 21 states for the second phase of its Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones program. The Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, reviewed this to State House correspondents after the 146th meeting of the National Economic Council, NEC, at the Asu Rock Villa, Abuja. Uzodinma stated that with projects of the program's pilot phase in Kano, Kaduna, Kwara, Oyo, Ogun, Imo, Cross River States, and the Federal Capital Territory at various stages of completion, phase 2 is about to start. Uzodinma added that having been impressed by the program 2 weeks ago, there was a stakeholders meeting that onboarded an additional 21 states. So the council resolved and urged all the states to key into this program because it is going to be a game changer and it will go a long way in tackling the food security pursuits of the federal government. That is all on business today. I am Joel Ubwe.
On the foreign scene, NATO declares support for Ukraine as Russia deploys new weapons. Ayomide Surulere has the details.
Good evening and welcome to Foreign Scene. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, has revealed that Russia's use of an experimental intermediate-range ballistic missile against Ukraine will not change the course of the conflict. The alliance spokeswoman, Farah Daklala, says it will not deter Ukraine's allies in NATO from supporting Kyiv. Russia says it is certain the US understands the warning it sends to the West by deploying the weapon. According to Ukraine's President Zelensky, Russia's use of the weapon is a clear and severe escalation and calls on the world to respond. Also, President Putin said that yesterday's strike on the city of Dnipro was a response to Ukraine having used US and British supplied long-range missiles against targets in Russia. Still on foreign news, Polish Defense Minister Wilanslaw Kostyniak-Kamysz has said today after meeting his Slovak counterpart Robert Kalinak that Poland and Slovakia will sign an agreement on cooperation in ammunition production next year. According to the defense minister, Poland plans to invest 3 billion zlotys to boost ammunition production, aiming to ensure it has sufficient supplies in the event of an attack from Russia. The government also signed a letter of intent with domestic companies to make the nitrocellulose and multi-base powders necessary for producing ammunition. And that's all on foreign news. I am Ayomide Surulere.
On entertainment, Wizkid breaks record as Morayo album occupies top 17 on Apple Music. Let's join Ayomide Ajayi for more on showbiz.
To entertainment news, Wunmi Toriola brags as she breaks box office record. Nollywood actress Wunmi Toriola has surpassed Toyin Abraham box office record. This is coming a few days after Wunmi Toriola emerged as the 2024 box office champion. Recall the actress was awarded the box office champion by the federal government through the National Film and Video Censors Board (NFVCB). Toriola broke Abraham's record with her latest movie Queen Latifah, which has become become one of the highest grossing Nigeria film of all time. The new achievement has placed Queen Latifah among the Nollywood top 7 highest grossing films. Reacting to the development in an Instagram post, she wrote, "Number 7 Queen Latifah is still waxing strong and shining bright, grossing 350 million and 7th highest grossing Nollywood title of all time. Big thank you to everyone." Still on entertainment news, Wizkid breaks record as Morayo occupies top 17 on Apple Music. Afrobeat singer Wizkid has broken record as all the songs from his new album Morayo are in the top 17 position on Apple Music. This achievement came in less than 10 hours after the release of the album. The album, which was released today, November 22, 2024, is a tribute to his late mother, Juliana Morayo Balogun, who died in August 2023. Record that Pieces of My Heart, a little single from the album, climbed number 4 on the US Afrobeat song chart and number 7 on the World Digital Song Sales chart. Morayo also shattered Nigeria's streaming record with one of its singles amassing 1.57 million streams on Spotify on its opening day. That's all on entertainment news. I am Ayomide Ajayi.
Every day, every night, that way ever please. Make you go to one more thing I got my jig. Me no need love, no need love.
On sports updates, in view of the hostile attitudes of Ora Community High School and threat not to come and play on their field again because of the walkover for not honoring their second match on Wednesday, the organizing committee of the competition has decided to disqualify them from the competition, and their last match is hereby awarded to their opponent, Ora Community High School, with 3 goals and 3 points. Abiodun Babalola is standing by for more.
Good evening and welcome to Sport News. Team Nigeria opened an account for medals at ongoing second Africa military game in Abuja yesterday with 2 gold and a silver medal from men and women's handball and men's 87 kg Greco-Roman wrestling events. Nigeria continues its dominance of handball in Africa, winning both men and women handball event gold medals at the package B of Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. The Nigeria country military men team defeated their West Africa rival Ghana 28-18 in the African final to clinch the gold and confirm their superior power in the game. The achievement was a significant accomplishment for Nigeria, especially against a strong competitor like Ghana. It reflects the hard work and dedication of Nigeria's military team. Record that Nigeria under-18 men's handball team are current champions of International Handball Federation's IHF Trophy Africa Men Continental Championship. Still on Sport News, Adamimogo FC produced a scintillating display to trash Ogun Festival team 4-0 in one-sided encounter. The convenience win showcased the team's attacking prowess and defense solidity. The match got off to a flying start with Taiwo Afis and Daniel Tomwe scoring crucial goals in the first half to set the tone for the rest of the game. The duo clinical finishing left the festival team reeling, and Adamimogo FC went into the halftime break with a comfortable 2-0 lead. The second half saw Adamimogo FC continue their attacking onslaught with Ifedayo Ajayi capitalizing on a goalkeeping error to make it 3-0. The game was slid when Ifunaya Okonkwo was fouled in the box, and he subsequently converted the penalty kick to make it 4-0. Team manager Prince Isaiah Idben tried with his side's performance, praising their dominant display as he described the victory as a testament to the team's hard work and dedication. That's all on Sport News. My name is Abiodun Babalola.
To end the News Express this evening, a recap of our top stories. We told you that in a bid to run for 2027 governorship position in Lagos State, a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress APC, Joe Igbokwe, has said the president's son, Seyi Tinubu, does not possess the required capacity to be the governor of Lagos State. Remember, we told you that the Supreme Court has today nullified the National Lottery Act 2005 endorsed by the National Assembly as a 7-member panel of the Supreme Court led by Justice Mohammed Idris in a unanimous judgment held that the National Lottery should no longer be enforced in all states except the Federal Capital Territory, in respect of which the National Assembly is empowered to make laws. Lastly, we informed you that Adamimogo FC produced a scintillating display to trash Ogun Festival Team 4-0 in a one-sided encounter. The convincing win showcased the team's attacking prowess and defensive solidity. That's News Express on Adamimogo 107.7 FM, Olojudo's Palace, Ido-Ekiti. On behalf of the production crew led by Kingsley Inevosa, I am Layi Oyawa. Good evening.